We are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, therefore, is not an act, but a habit. This is far beyond my favorite quotation, having said by the ancient philosopher Aristotle. It gives a great description of a human's character, personality, and values. Why do some people are successful in life, and why most of us don't? The answer lies in habits and passion. Imagine just the dedicated sportsman, such as my idol of the 90s, the racing driver Ayrton Senna, Michael Jordan, or Roger Federer. Same approach for the businessmen who are successful in life, like Richard Branson, Warren Buffett, or Brian Tracy. They have all one thing in common. They are passionate about what they are doing. Why I cannot be like that? Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here in front of you, my palms are sweating, and my heart is bumping like hell. It's the same feeling like when I'm standing in front of the starting line of a great marathon race. It's such a feeling, it's such a motivation and passion for me that no words can describe. I'm here to tell you how my life has completely changed, and tell you and motivate you who to become. When I was born, my parents and my family around me who grew me up told me always to be a dedicated person. What they did, my parents and my grandparents as well, they were working for the same place, for the same company for 40 years. I grew up in a city 30 kilometers from Budapest, in a 10-story building. As a child, I was often asked the question, who am I want to be? And I still remember clearly my answers. What were my answers? I wanted to become a truck driver or a sports commentator. As I got older and older, I lost these visions. Due to our educational system, our curiosity and creativity to the world is disappearing. I have to admit that my life had many changes, ups and downs. And I have just one question to you all. Who do you want to be if money would not count? Most of us would say, I want to become an economist, a doctor, a manager, a scientist. These questions were raising up in my mind as well from time to time. I had turning points in my life, as I mentioned before. The first one came when my father died in 2005, 10 years ago. I just wish I could turn back time and I could have a better relationship with him. I was suffering from a deep depression for over a year. And I had to understand that I cannot change my past and I can influence only my future. The other life-changing moment happened to me as a footballer. I suffered a serious injury. I tore my ligaments in my ankle, and I had to stop playing football. Imagine someone whose life for over 20 years was only about football. I was pretty down. At that time, I didn't consider myself as an example. I was drinking, I was partying, I was smoking. I had no visions and no objectives in my life. But approximately 5 years ago, a change came into my life. It came like light at the end of the tunnel. I clearly remember it happened on the terrace of Hotel Intercontinental when I told my former boss, Bettina, look, this was my last cigarette in my life. I quit smoking. The next day, I went out onto Margaret Island and started running. First, I could do just 2 kilometers. It's not that much. But I have to admit it was a great success because doctors told me that due to the injury, it will have an effect onto my entire sports career. Since then, I became a dedicated runner, a distance runner. And I would like to motivate all of you for the love of sports and running. I would like to inspire you all for an active and healthy lifestyle and to understand the importance of a healthy lifestyle. I would like to become a role model of it. For the moment, please close your eyes and imagine the following places. The fascinating mountains of the Dolomites, where birds can only fly. The bustling streets of Boston, Berlin. The historic city of Rome. The exceptional island of Hawaii. The white peaks of Mont Blanc. These are just geographical locations for most of us. Cities, places where we would like to travel to. But for me, these places mean the world, my dream and my passion. These are the biggest races, biggest competitions in running and triathlon, and I'm ready to succeed and prepare for these. If you do really like what you are doing, it doesn't matter what it is. It becomes your habit, your passion, never gets boring, and eventually you will be master of it. So decide who you really want to be, and you will get the fee for it as well. Doesn't matter what it is. So for the evening, for all of you, my message to you is to decide, be who you want to be, and act and start immediately, and become master of it. Because what you repeatedly do, because you are what you repeatedly do. Excellence, therefore, is not an act, but a habit.